Banner tells that the first 2 bombs hit Perth and Regina. That's almost 2 million people. Moments later, Bruce is in his Hulk form and leading the charge. They discover the 3 antagonists soon enough, and Abyss attacks the Hulk with black shadowy tendrils. He tries to smash them, but they wrap around him, shielding themselves in some kind of null space shadow cage. Iron Man prepares to free him, but he is attacked by the plants which wrap themselves around his armor. They soon sap the suit's energy, and Ex Nihilo extends his hand. "Come to me, Metal Man," he says. The suit announces that it has 0 energy and is shutting down. As the plants drag Iron Man towards Ex Nihilo, the stranger explains that surprisingly only 3% of sentient races have exoskeletons. He intends to tear off Tony's armor and see if he can't speed up his evolution a bit. Fortunately for Tony, Hawkeye places an arrow right between Ex Nihilo's shoulder blades. He turns to see Clint and the Black Widow. Natasha warns him to step away from the man with all the money. Ex Nihilo begins to glow and asks if they dare to threaten violence. He would remake them into something better. He would remake their world, and in return, this is the thanks they offer. He unleashes a blast which knocks the pair of them off their feet. Meanwhile, Hulk is trapped in Abyss's realm of darkness. He looks around and states that he isn't scared. Abyss puts her lips to his ear and tells him of course he isn't. She asks him to open his mind and open his eyes. Hulk's eyes turn black as she changes his perceptions. "Now you can see," she adds, "and you can see clearly, can't you?" Hulk opens his eyes and sees Thor standing before him with Mjolnir twirling around at high speed. Hulk leaps forward and smashes Thor. Captain America tells her she's probably feeling pretty good with herself right about now. He bets she thinks she's won. Well, she hasn't, not as long as he is standing. He hurls his shield which connects with her, and then proceeds to hit Ex Nihilo in the face. As it returns to him, the 3rd member of the party named Aleph grabs it. "You're a big one, aren't you?" quips Cap. Aleph orders him to yield, but Cap replies that there's not a chance of that. The giant slams Cap to the ground and raises his massive fist. Aleph prepares to finish him off only for Ex Nihilo to intervene. He tells Aleph that he's done enough. They are the garden, and of this garden he chooses not to waste life. He chooses to transform it. He picks up Cap and carries him to their ship, straps him in and sets it on course for Earth. Ex Nihilo explains that he will transport him home to send a message, a warning. Cap rockets to Earth, trapped within plants grown by Ex Nihilo. Once he reaches Earth, he is freed from his bounds and falls, crash landing against a building. 3 days later, Captain America is in a hospital bed, recovering. He looks at his uniform and sits up. He heads to Tony's lab, and at the Avengers sign on the large screen. He knows what he must do. He recalls his conversations with Tony Stark about how there is a danger looking on the horizon. They couldn't see it, but it was coming. They had to get ready straight away. Tony figured they could keep it quiet until they were needed. Cap pulls on his uniform and sends out the message to his new Avengers, summoning them to the cause. Captain America was the first and the best. When he calls, what hero would not answer? "Assemble at dawn," he tells them. By dawn, a host of new Avengers heeds his call and gathers behind him, ready for action.